Ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube universe, what is going on with you on this Friday afternoon? It is Friday, May 3rd, 2024, roughly 5:30 p.m. California time. I am, of course, your always gracious host, Fallon from GoNootropics.com, coming at you with the black tea chairs. Hope you all are doing good. Thank you for rolling through, checking this video out. My classic chairs cup, the cup I've been using for these videos, for years, has broken. It's like a premonition. The whole cup just fell apart. You know, the cup I've been chairsing with for years, just last week, just completely, like almost on its own, just crumbled. It was like a sign of the times that this is a part of my life that is over, right? So we're off of the Kratom, we're off the nicotine, and it's like coming off the Kratom was huge, baby. Huge, absolutely huge game changer. Coming off the Kratom for, it hasn't really been that long, but it's been long enough to where it's like the gears are turning, man, and I'm just seeing I'm seeing things for how they really are, not with this kind of glow over it. The Kratom, as we know, just allowed me to eat the turd sandwich. And now that I am not taking Kratom anymore, I've been forced to make drastic changes. I realized I can't work this job anymore. I just can't. I've been doing it for too long, this job with my boss. Been doing it way too long, this job. It's not that my boss is a particularly bad person. It's not that this job is particularly hard or bad, but it's a grind that I can't do anymore. So I told him I'm quitting. I put in my 30-day notice for this apartment, for this little studio, and me and Christine will be heading east on the bicycles, which is a huge change. And obviously this has created a lot of problems for me here. My boss is not happy with this choice, but too bad, so sad. Now he knows that I'm leaving, and this is something we're doing. This is something I'm actually putting into action. I put in my 30 days here at this place. They're going to find somebody new to rent this place out. Me and Christine will be leaving at the end of the month, and we'll be heading east. She's from New York, so we're going to be heading over there. She's got family over there, and you just see things more clearly when you come off the Kratom. And I think one of my major mistakes I made is, and I think a lot of people make this mistake, is they leave their family, they leave their town, they leave pretty much everybody they know. They uproot themselves. Society convinces you that, all the opportunities somewhere else, all the opportunity, and leave your family and go serve another master, go serve somebody else. And so people often, they leave their family, they become estranged from their family, they become estranged from the community that they grew up in, and they start roots somewhere else, and you never really feel like you belong in this new place. Yeah, you develop relationships, and you develop this new kind of quasi family, but they're not really your family. Like at this point, working for my boss for this long, he considers me family. I kind of consider him family just because we've known each other for years. And so now he's kind of sensing this being stripped away. Of course, part of it is selfish. He doesn't want me to leave. He's been doing everything in his power to get me to stay. He's offered me more money. He's offered me, he'll put me up in a better place. He'll put me up in a better place to live. He'll give me bonuses. He'll give me a raise. But it's like it's too little, too late. And really, at this point, it's not about the money. It's not about the money. Where me and Christine live now is like this quasi void where none of us are really with our families. Like, I have family here on the West Coast. They live 3 hours away, but I never see them. As it stands right now, I never see them. I moved to this stupid little sleepy town in California. Moved to this little town, and I set I set my little shitty roots here in this town. And now, I've developed relationships in this town, and people have become accustomed to me helping them. And, they rely upon me, but I moved away from my family to develop this kind of just weird other life, this weird secondary life of people who at the end of the day don't really love me. They're just kind of, they like the things that I can do for them. They like the things that I could provide for them. I help them. But at the end of the day, they're not, the people here are not my family. So me and Christine are in this place where, excuse me, I'm not by my family and she's not by her family. And it doesn't make sense to be in this weird middle zone where we're just kind of existing in this fake family of people that, at the end of the day just ask, they only ask, where's Waldo, right? They're only asking, where's Waldo? They're not asking, how's Waldo? So coming off the Kratom, you see things more clearly. You see, like, all the choices you've made up to this point and how you got here. And, taking Kratom almost, and drugs for that matter, it puts the pause button on your life and you just stop thinking. You stop analyzing. It puts the pause button. And yeah, on Kratom, you will maintain your current life. You'll maintain where you are, and that's great. A lot of people say, "Oh, Kratom got me off." It's like it got me off the opioids, which is great. Or Kratom, prevents me from drinking, and that's that's good. But Kratom is not going to allow you to move up. You can't move up. As soon as you choose to take Kratom, you're hitting the pause button on your life. You're hitting the growth button. You're hitting all these buttons, and it puts you into a place where it's hard to take action on opioids. It's hard. It's hard to move your life. It's hard to move the needle forward. It's hard to do some of the things you need to do, and instead of making the hard decision to actually change your life and do something for the better, it's just easier to take Kratom and kind of spin your wheels, and you look around and you say to yourself, you know what, it's not so bad here. It's not so bad. Eating the turd sandwich is not so bad. And that's just how I've been living here. I've moved to this little sleepy town and have kind of just been spinning the wheels. I don't even know why I moved here. I moved here because I had a friend in this town. The town is super sleepy. People really only move here to retire. There's no room for upward mobility for if you have a skill set. There's no room to grow in this town. I'm kind of lucky to have found this job with my boss, but other than that, there's nothing here for me. I have no business being in this town. I had no business setting down roots in this town. It's like when you're drinking and you're taking the Kratom and you're doing this and you're doing that, the choices you make are always fucked up. They're just always you're making choices that are not optimal. And if you're making a choice at all, because once again, it's like the Kratom just keeps you where you are. It just keeps you stagnant. It keeps you, from making the hard choices. having the hard conversations. And so now I'm finding myself in a place where I have to come to terms with the fact that I can't physically, mentally, spiritually do this anymore. And you know, a lot of people are going to be upset when you change your life, when you try to change for the better. They're going to be upset. They're going to lose you. And nobody likes to see you grow. It's the crabs in the bucket. When the one crab tries to claw its way out, the other crabs will, of course, pull the crab down. You know, and you'll see that if you decide to grow, or maybe you're on a path to growing right now. You'll see that a lot of people will just throw negativity at you for no reason. And it's because, you know they should be moving up too, but they can't. They can't for one reason or another. So the low-hanging fruit is just to kind of drag you down, convince you to stay. You know, it's not in my boss's favor for me to go. You know, it's just really not. It's just really not. So that is the video of the day, ladies and gentlemen. Fallon, GoNootropics.com. New changes on the horizon, so we don't know where we're headed, but we're headed somewhere else. You know, sometimes if you don't know what to do, just go somewhere else. Take some type of action, throw everything up in the air, and just watch what falls down. Watch what comes down and lands in your lap. You know, so that is the video of the day. Fallon, GoNootropics.com, as always. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. And I will see you very soon. Peace.